Good evening， good evening， bonsoir, buenas noches, buenas noches to investors in North and South America. Minaswa konnichiwa, annyeonghaseyo, wadi, 各位午安 Good afternoon to investors in Asia. Buenas Joania, buenos dias, good morning, dobry uttar, good morning to investors in Europe and Africa. I'm Danny speaking from Hong Kong. It's 21st Sunday here, 1 p.m. in Hong Kong, 1 a.m. in Wall Street, and 6 a.m. in London. Welcome to our weekly review and outlook of the American stock market. This week I have three main points to talk about. Number one, bear market stage 1. Number 2, drop on Tesla. Number 3, Sino-US Trade War. Subscribe, like, and share. Remember to click the bell, please. Watch our playlist again so as to grasp the continuous trend of the market and refresh your mind. When will bear market come? Theoretically, it's a drop of 20% in the price, denoting the advent of bear market, but it will be too late to liquidate. If a drop of 10% comes, it's just a correction and not bear market. People would buy in instead of selling out. So what is the characteristic of bear market stage 1? Market actually has already turned down, but the sentiment is so furious that it is hard to persuade people that the bear market has already come. To most people, it is not a drop, but just an adjustment and best time for buying in. The situation is characterized by high prices and high investor sentiment. That means it is on the apex of the market. According to the full moon chart, there are 3 supermoons in 2024, and they are February 24th, snow moon in Virgo, March 25th, worm moon in Libra, April 23rd, pink moon in Scorpio. The market started up to rise in October 2023, and in the last 3 months it really formed a round top from February, March to April. In video 633 at 2023, 1225, I gave a forecast to the high of the market in 2024, so we can see what had happened in the 3 supermoon months. The expected high of S&P was 5200, and the highest point was on April 1st, which is 5263.95. The closing price of last Friday was 4967.23, which was already under the psychological barrier of 5,000 points. Dow Jones was expected to reach 40,000 points, and the highest point was 39889.05 on March 21st. The difference is just 111 points. The closing price of last Friday is 37986.40, which is far under the high. For Nasdaq Composite, the high was expected at 70,000 points, and the highest point was on March 21st was 16538. Almost done. Last closing price was 15282.01. Nasdaq 100 was expected to reach the high of 90,000 points, but touched 18464 on the same day. Almost done. The last closing price was 17037.65. Please mind that on April 23rd, it is the pink moon. According to round top theory, that's very likely to have a further drop suddenly. So both in Nasdaq and S&P, the selling signals are shown by 6 consecutive blacks. It is wave A of downward wave ABC. Basically, the fall is less than 10% now. It is not a sign of bear market and not even a correction. But what we should pay attention is to the highest point of the year has already been reached. So we have to prepare for another situation. For the turning point of the market, very often it will show a pattern. Please refer to video 14, bear market stage 1, 2, 3, Comet Halley, Winter Triangle, Mars occultation at 223.0116, and video 16, turning point of the market by Ursa Major and Ursa Minor of Nasdaq of rapid year at 223.0130. Now it is hard to say how long and how deep the bear market will drop, but it is likely to be a short bear market, and remember to buy back before November comes. Why? Simply because year 2004 is a super election year. 4.2 billion people out of 8.1 on Earth will be involved in various general elections. Do you still remember Tesla? In December 2023, the price went down from $414 to 250. There was a strong uptrend in the three major indices at that time. A lot of people expected the market will go up because of the rate cut in 2024. The peculiarity of US stock is that even after a great drop, if you purchase blue chips and not penny stocks, they surely would go up again, such as Meta and TSM. So how about Tesla? It is one of the magnificent seven and it will rise again. Sure, but the time has not yet come. At the price of 250, some people said it surely will go up to 410 easily, but I said it will cut half to 127, even facing the advent of rate cut cycle. Of course, a lot of people believe in Elon Musk rather than Tesla, but he has a lot of business, including SpaceX and Twitter. Regretfully, his space project has not yet reflected in the stock of Tesla. After the announcement of Tesla's launch of Robotaxi on August 8th, it could not push up the price of Tesla and it still continues to drop. What we have to do is to wait for the price of 127. This price is not forecasted now. It has already been forecasted in December 2023 before the rise of three major indices. Tesla already launched their robot known as Optimus in August 2021. However, this robot is among the production chain of Tesla. Now the Optimus is improved and can even cook an egg and omelette. However, the robot Atlas of Boston Dynamics is a humanoid robot and it is the direction of developing robots now. Competition is quite keen. Even numerous good news of Tesla still could not bring the price up. Some companies announced a cut of staff and after their price really went up at once because of lowering of costs. But Tesla, after the announcement of a rate cut of 10% staff worldwide, the price dropped further to a recent low of 147. When compared with the price of 250, where I warned investors in last December, it's almost done now. As for the Sino-US Trade War, it actually started in the era of Donald Trump. The negotiation is divided into two phases. Phase 1 is signed in January 2020. It is mainly on tariff. The official memo stated the trade war was not due to balance of trade, but intellectual property. Tariff and trade balance is only a means of protecting intellectual property. Originally, Phase 2 of negotiation was scheduled to start after the January election in 2020, but Trump was defeated and thus never started. Because of the Computergate incident of Hunter Biden, people expect the policy of Joe Biden will be pro-Beijing and might cut some tariff so as to promote trade with China. But Biden has done nothing concerning tariffs, no matter positive or negative. He had not cut or increased the tariff, even though a lot of items could not meet with the requirement due to the pandemic. He had not pushed too hard. As for intellectual property, his focus is confined on chips. Trump fought for America on his own, but Biden united the whole Western countries, such as Chip 4 and Asian NATO. Now the latest item of trade war will be on steel and shipbuilding industry. Even if a lot of steel is shipped to Mexico and transferred to US due to the North America Trade Agreement, tariffs still will be levied. Biden will levy a 25% tariff on steel from China and restart the 310 investigation, but Trump will levy a 60% tariff on most of Chinese goods if elected. This is the difference. We must keep an eye on the development and see how it develops. The CNY may drop under 8.0 ultimately. In conclusion, no matter whether Trump wins or Biden wins, the Sino-US trade war is inevitable. And just see how deep it is. The trade war is bad news for stock market, especially during this round top period, but good news for gold market. We can see in early April, Biden and Xi had a telephone conversation, and then Janet Yellen went to Beijing and still could not have any compromise. So if the market is at round top and starts to fall now, what should we do? Just pure waiting for November to come? Impossible. Investors can try the SQQQ, which is an inverse leverage ETF of Nasdaq 100. That means if you think Nasdaq will drop, you better buy this. Short selling is not recommended, for the risk is too high. The loss is not confined to all money inside your stock account, but all the money you have earned in the past and future. It is for professional traders and not for end users. Meanwhile, we also have to see the changes. Apple not only surpassed Microsoft as #1 of the top 10 companies in the world, and Samsung had already surpassed Apple as the largest mobile seller in the world. SK Hynix has announced to have collaborated with TSM to develop the HBM4 chips and will have mass production in 2026. The chip war is united tighter and tighter, no matter in AI or military power. It is a world of chips and will be a world of chips. Everything is AI and chips, chips and chips. So subscribe, like and share. Sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, bye bye, see you next week.